Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Emiel, and I've recently participated in a Moonshot challenge. In this video, I'm not going to explain the solution because I did that in recent videos. I don't know how often you participate in Moonshot challenges, and I don't know when I will do so again. And I want to share some advice about what I've learned through this experience. There are in total 20 tips, so I may rush through these pretty quickly. First thing I'd say would be to do as much cold outreach as possible, especially in the setting of a Moonshot challenge where a lot of expert validation and input is needed. You're going to want to get a lot of feedback and criticism. I sent about 70 emails or LinkedIn messages, and I got lots of responses, so it's really about being persistent in your outreach. My second tip would be to set serious and high standards. I'd have liked us to set high standards when it comes to research and accountability, as well as honesty and communication. Third tip sounds pretty obvious, but it's to come to meetings prepared. Everyone on the team did research on their own and wrote notes about it. I highly recommend reading through those notes and being able to ask thoughtful questions during the meeting and making the most of your time together. My fourth tip would be to review team culture and the pre-mortem. My fifth tip would be to pick your project wisely. Again, this sounds obvious, but you want to consider everyone's strengths, backgrounds, experiences when choosing a problem area to address. Since the people of my team didn't have a technical knowledge of biology and biological processes involved in tissue engineering, I was left to develop a solution on my own. My sixth tip, which is similar to the fifth, is to delegate tasks according to everyone's background, experiences, and strength. Some people can take care of the technical or financial or ethical aspect of a solution. Another person can develop a solution, whereas one person does outreach and another builds the website or writes the article. My seventh tip is something I wish you would have done, which is to send Loom videos after research, major decisions, or external meetings. As mentioned, I was able to meet with a lot of people in the bioprinting space, and during the meetings, I would write down jot notes, but recording a Loom video right after it would have helped me communicate the takeaways of the meeting with my teammates. My eighth tip would be to get lots of feedback. This sounds obvious, but I should have asked my friends and family to review the deck before pitching. It could have helped me explain my solution better and improve my communication skills. Experienced students, teachers, directors, and supervisors are also all great sources of feedback, and I'm glad we were able to connect with them and get their thoughts. Tip is to practice extreme ownership. Even though there usually is only one project lead or manager, everyone on the team should feel a sense of responsibility, accountability, and ownership towards the output produced. Everyone on the team can feel a sense of ownership for the solution if ideas can be expressed and feedback can be shared. My 10th tip is to fail fast and fail early. I know at first we were hesitating between bioengineering in space and bioprinting organs in a lab. So we did a technical deep dive in those two problem areas and finally decided bioprinting organs would be a better choice. But this mindset of anti-fragility and bias towards action can be applied to all other choices a team has to make. My 11th tip would be to adjust deadlines. In creating an environment of accountability and honesty, teammates should be able to communicate how long a certain deliverable or research will take. My 12th tip goes for presentations and pitches. So it's to introduce yourself and your team before getting into the problem and solution. My 13th tip may not apply to everyone, but in the case that you have judges or outside evaluators, you can find ways to stand out by sending your project website or one-pager, as well as getting a Zoom background with your team logo on it. My 14th tip would be to speak slowly, which is not what I did during this video, and it's not what I did during the pitch. How quickly I spoke made it difficult for the audience to understand what I was saying. My 15th tip is to memorize what you're going to say. You're going to want to write bullet points for your slides and make your speech sound fluent and natural, not robotic and monotone. At number 16, we have be brief. Our pitches were only allowed to be 4 minutes long. That's not a lot of time to get into technical depth about the problem and solution, so I always had to ask myself, what do the judges need to know? And I only included what was critical to the solution. My 17th tip is to break down your solution. For Vitality's pitch, I broke the company's approach into a 4-step pipeline, which helped the audience understand exactly what we were talking about and how we were going to accomplish predictive tissue engineering. At number 18, we have use analogies and create graphs for your presentation. It's not easy to condense a technical solution into simple analogies, but I promise it's worth it. My 19th tip is to clearly summarize your vision. Your vision can be lost in the technical details. It's always smart to summarize it. And finally, at number 20, we have think before answering questions. This is a reminder to myself to think before speaking, to know what I want to say before I just open my mouth and spin a sentence. This video was probably way too long already. Thank you for watching to this point. Hope you have a great day, great week, and we'll see each other soon. Thank you so much.